Hello YouTube. First of all, please excuse my appearance. I know I look like a total fucking mess. I was in the hospital for like the past 2 days, I believe. Yeah, I was in the hospital. I ended up in the ICU on Monday and they just released me yesterday, so that's why we kind of got like this hairdo going on, yeah. But besides that, I'm okay. While I was in the hospital, actually, I had a huge figure haul arrive and I was thinking of doing like one big unboxing, but I realized I think I'd rather just kind of like review each item separately, you know, more content and less editing for me to do. And what better way to start than... Okay, you can't really see it. This right here is the 1/4 scale of Rei Ayanami from Bearpanda. Now, Bearpanda is known more for like the more looter 1/4 scales that they do. Also, their 1/4s are like known for being like really cheap, like ridiculously cheap, at least compared to like companies like Freeing and such. I believe the retail price for Rei is around $80 or so, USD of course. I got my Rei from Big Bad Toy Store. I pre-ordered her, so I paid a little bit more than the retail price, but still, you know, compared to like Freeing prices, like this still felt like a steal to me. So yeah, so here she is. I also do have Asuka on pre-order. She has not arrived yet though, so I'm not sure when she's coming in, but hopefully soon because I do love Asuka. I collect a lot of Asuka figures, as you can see in the back. But yeah, let's open up this bad boy. Okay, so she's like wrapped in like this plasticky thingy, so we're just gonna rip that up. Okay, so here she is in her box. She has the pure plastic sleeve. These are my favorite kind of boxes, if I'm being honest, because I can actually see what the figure looks like and such. And yeah, overall a simple box. We have Rei on the back here. You can see her in like her full glory and such. We got the nerve sign, and yeah, a very simple box, simple design. I like it though. So the cool thing is it also comes with like this metal medallion. I don't know what it is exactly, but it looks cool. I think it's like a little, yeah, it's like a little like metal thing, and well, you're probably not gonna be able to see the details that well through the box, so I will open her up and we can do all of that. So yeah, I took her out of her box. I'm not gonna lie, but like I was just hit with like this really weird like plasticky smell from the box. I'm not really concerned about that. It was just something that I noticed. I've never like I've never smelled something like that, so it kind of threw me off. But here she is, and I gotta say, she is massive. Okay, like I own the Freeing 1/4 Rei Ayanami for context, which I will probably do like a size comparison later on with the two. But like, homegirl is massive. Like, I don't know, maybe it's been a while since I've unboxed a 1/4, but like, I don't know, she just she feels big, that's all I'll say. I'm just gonna open her up for y'all and we'll review her details and such. So yeah, so interestingly, she is screwed to her base, so you know, the base is not removable. I thought I would have to assemble her on her base, but yeah, here she is. So she is gorgeous. I will start off with that. 1/4 that retails at like just like 80 USD. Like this is like a steal in my opinion. Okay, so starting off with her face, she has some really nice painted deckle eyes. Her expression looks a little off. Okay, I don't know if like being a focus. Okay, so like she has like a weird like teeth like clenched expression. I don't know, but it doesn't look too off, I guess, from afar. It looks cute. I guess it's like when you really like zoom up, it looks a bit off. She has some shading in her hair. You can see the shading. It's like white highlights in like her blue hair. She's got like her little Ava clips. And yeah, the figure itself, like body-wise, it seems pretty accurate. She has like a little like gloss kind of paint on her plug suit. She doesn't really have much shading on her plug suit from what I can tell, you know, very basic paint details, but yeah, she has like a lot of gloss on her suit, which I really like. The base is simple, nothing crazy. It is like this clear purple blue acrylic like base. The base just has, yeah, it has the Bearpanda logo on it. Yeah, Bearpanda logo. But yeah, overall, this is a really nice 1/4 of Rei. I'm glad we have like an official 1/4 scale of her in her classic plug suit. Same with Asuka. I do own 2 1/4s of Rei on Asuka already, but in Rei's case, I own the 1/4 tentative name Freeing Rei, and then with Asuka, I own the 1/4 scale from Belfine of her in her test plug suit from the second Rebuild movie, if I'm correct. So yeah. But yeah, I really like this Rei. Not much to say. In terms of like any preferences I would have had for this figure, maybe like more shading on her face and such, and maybe like a more, I guess, like cuter base, but like, you know, it's a simple base, it's a nice base, so overall, yeah. This was the metal thing that came in the box. So let's just take that out. It's like in like this little plastic bag. Definitely has weight to it. Like I can feel like it's kind of like a weighted coin. So yeah, it has the Studio Kara logo on it, and you have Rei here, and the Evangelion logo. Nerve on the back. This actually reminds me of the cool little like metal trinket that you also get with the Infinity Studio 1/2 scales of the Eva girls. I have both Rei and Asuka. This one is Rei's. Clearly, I mean, you can see there is an obvious difference in like the designs and like the details, but yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I don't really know how I'm gonna display this with the figure. Maybe I might just like have it like kind of like standing upright against her, but yeah, like this is like a cool bonus item to have, so yeah. So I might have like exaggerated on like just how much bigger this one was, but like this one generally does feel more bigger. But here is the size comparison between the two. I do have to give it to this Rei though for being the more nicer 1/4 Rei. I do like the freeing Rei, but this, you know, freeing prices, I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. Like I said, USD retail is $80, and then this one retailed for about $230 USD, and even then, like, I'm pretty sure it was a bit more higher because the non 1/4 bunnies from freeing tend to be more expensive, which like I don't really get, but you know, it is what it is. I have to give it to Bearpanda. I'm sorry, freeing, although I do really love this Rei, but her aftermarket is insane, so you're better off with getting like the Bearpanda Rei in my opinion if you want like a 1/4 scale Rei. So yeah, I'm super excited to get Asuka because these two are gonna pair up so nicely. This is what Asuka looks like. I'm not sure when mine is set to arrive. Like Big Bad Toy Store keeps changing the date, but you know, it's expected given imported products, and it takes time. But yeah, I'm very excited. I love this Rei, and I think I will be looking more into getting Bearpanda figures. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but this is actually my first Bearpanda product that I purchased, and yeah, I couldn't be more happier. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, my apologies for like my messy appearance, and like if this review seemed a bit rushed or if my words seemed a bit slurred. The ICU does shit to you. But yeah, more reviews to come soon. Like I said, I got a lot in the haul left, so yeah, subscribe for more. Thanks.